It took me a moment to actually press on the button, that red button, that scary red button to come on today and reconnect with you on in my group Life Artist Mastery. It's been a long time, right? There's many emails that came through asking me where I was, what I was doing, if I was okay. And I really appreciate every single one of them because as I always say, we are all on a journey, right? We are all on the same journey, a matter of fact. We all a journey that brings us from where we are to wherever it is that we want to go, each and every one of us. And sometimes there is a moment, like for me now, the last nearly year, maybe what is it now? February and May, so 9 months, 8, 9 months. It was my time to actually step away. And I needed to do that because something happened in my life that required my full attention and I could not look away. I had to go through that journey, that challenge. And I found myself in a position where I didn't feel congruent to the message I was sharing. I was sharing a message where I have done a lot of work. I had done a lot of work on myself. I had done a lot of work with my mother following me. I was abandoned when I was 6 months old, and then I reconnected with my mother at 2015. And we had an amazing experience, amazing relationship. Yet last year, when I wanted to go and look after her because she didn't feel well or she felt alone, we decided, Grace and I, my wife and I, decided to leave Australia for a little while and go to Europe and look after her. And eventually, perhaps get a house, get a bigger enough house that we all can go in there and live happily ever after, as they say. But the plan was a completely different one. The plan was for me to actually really see who my mother was, understand my story, the real story, understand my upbringing, getting to know things about myself that I had no clue about, and that would have hindered me to become the person that I'm thriving to become. A person that is authentic, a person that is thriving, congruent, a person that is able to share the message for what it is rather than share a message to perhaps confuse, or perhaps sharing a message that I even don't know that it's the wrong message. And so a year ago, or a little bit less than a year ago, 8, 9 months ago, I decided to step away from all social media, from podcasting, from everything, and really embarking on this journey for myself and really get to know the parts of me that were missing. It wasn't an easy journey, but it exposed a lot of things. Exposed a lot of things on myself. It exposed a lot of things about upbringing, my origins, and the people in my life, the people that were present when before I embarked on this journey. And as I was going through this journey for myself, I really also saw the real identity of some of the people that were around me. So today, I really just want to come on and reconnect with you, if you may. And I was really nervous on getting on, clicking the button. I was really nervous. I gotta honestly tell you, because a part of me was, "Are you ready now?" Yet I understand also that there are a part of our lives that obviously we have to go through a journey and we have to take the time to integrate the journey, understand the journey. Yet also then is a part of us that need to allow ourselves to carry on. Okay, we can't have all the pieces of the puzzle before we take another step. We can't just let ourselves back just because we might not have had all of the answers. I believe that we might never have all the answers, but as long as we have enough of them to stay congruent, to not manipulate or control others, to have enough pieces of the puzzle that allow us to continue on being, allowing ourselves to show who we are without flaws, but also without gifts. I think that's a good moment to come back. And I believe that I am at that point. I'm at the point where I can come back and start sharing the journey that I just went on, the journey, the life artist journey that never ends. Like I always said, people who follow me for a while right? They know. I always say the life artist journey never ends. It's a constant journey of self-discovery, of growth, of healing, of inspiration, and hopefully to also use the journey to give to others, share with others the gift that we get along the way. And so today, came on the platform here, and I will share this same message on all the platforms where I can share a longer message that is, and really say, hey, I'm back, and I hope to find you there, not waiting for me in that sense. I hope to find you there where you are on your journey so that we can then connect again, connect the two journeys, learn from each other, and carry on. Life is meant to be carry on. And in the future podcast, in the future jobs and little chats that I will have on the different medias, might that be my group, Life Artist Mastery, the podcast, Life Artist Radio. And I want to share all of the things that I have learned. And I am looking also for people who come to the show, Life Artist Radio, which actually I have an incredible lineup. So you'll be in for a treat. And we are ramping this up, right? We are ramping this up with trying to find people who are really authentic, people who are, on this same journey you and I are on. Okay, a journey of growth, a journey of beauty, a journey of not a journey without fear, because fear we all have it, right? But a journey of having the courage to get through the fear, to use the fear to actually help us march on, help us do the best we can with our own lives without pushing anybody down. And trust me, during this year, I have seen a lot of things. I always say a year because it seems a year, but it's a little less, 8, 9 months. I have seen a lot. I have seen people turn completely 180 degrees, people who I admired, people who I saw as, wow, this is a remarkable person, a person who really cares and everything. And then completely the ego, the delusion of grandeur just literally chop them down, taking away the most precious things in their life. And oftentimes we don't realize that the most precious things in life are gone because of our inflated ego, because of the unawareness, and because we believe oftentimes we fall in a trap believing that we know it all, that we don't need anybody, and that everybody's out there to get us or whatever, right? So a lot of things I have learned along the way. On the previous 12 years of my life, of this journey, of this life artist journey after my suicide attempt, but definitely also all of the things I learned from my mother, from my brother, from the people close to me, the support I received, but also the neglect. And I'm sure you might have been there once or twice in your life where the most that you needed people, the people that you thought had your back turned around. So a lot of those things. And I'm not going to go into more deeper today because this is really a form for me to connect. And if you are on my email list, you will get an email as well to reconnect with you and say hello and say, hey, you know what? I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. I just needed to take this time off so I can serve you better as well. And I will share just one more thing. One of the biggest things that I've learned, and I will go in detail in the future episodes and future broadcasting and emails, is that over the last 8, 9 months, I could have chosen to go back to my older self, into anger, into judgment, into resentment, into all this yuckiness, all of those feelings that is very easy to go through or in or back, right? But for me, it was really a matter of, okay, this is a big challenge, probably one of the biggest challenge that I had in a long time, right? When it touches family, when it touches, for me, one of the biggest thing was my mother. When it touches that, the core of your origins, the core of your foundations, the core of your beginnings and all of that's a big journey you got to go on. And it requires a lot of your attention to be able to not only accept what is going on, but also be able to integrate it. And as we always say, we got to put a seed in the soil, right, to make it bloom. And I always see the analogy of of a of a lotus flower, right, that has to come through the mud, through the murky water, and come to the sun and open up to beauty. I believe You and I are both that, the beautiful lotus flowers coming through the mud, through the murky water, and eventually shining bright. And so I chose love over negativity, and I will share with you how I done that. I will share with you what it took for me to do that and what I've learned about that, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned. But nonetheless, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to reconnect with you. I hope you're doing amazing. And if you are going through a challenging time like I have, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no problem at all with that. We're all human and we all go through challenges in times of our lives. But know that everything is possible. Everything is possible to get through it. And if we allow ourselves to see the gift within the challenge, if we allow ourselves to embrace the challenge rather than try to push it away, it will be an easier ride, but also the gifts that you receive from that challenge will be absolutely amazing, outstanding. And those gifts you will be able to pass on to someone else and share them with those. I'm going to leave with this. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to have pushed that button today. And stay tuned for emails. Stay tuned for videos in the group Life Artist Mastery. If you aren't a part of the group yet, Facebook Life Artist Mastery. Connect with me on Instagram, Rodolfo De Angeli. You will see everywhere me popping up again. Okay, and sharing a new message, not a very different message, but it does have a little difference within that message, and I think it is very powerful. So looking forward to connecting with you very soon. Reach out to me via email at rodolfo@rodolfodeangeli.com. I love to hear from you. I love to hear what you are going through, what you might have gone through and come out the other side, what you have learned, what perhaps you might be struggling with. So please reach out to me, rodolfo@rodolfodeangeli.com. And I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to leave you with a lot of love and gratitude to be able to do this and sharing this with you. So I'm Rodolfo De Angeli. I will talk to you soon. Stay blessed.